Never Look Away. An impressive, remarkable, epic, excellent motion picture, albeit it is not likely to get the recognition it deserves, seeing as it is a German movie. And although we had the break for the last Oscars, last, hopefully not the last. I mean, the pandemic would not wipe out so many people on these awards. Let's hope. So Paradise exceptionally won the best motion picture Academy Award. Not just the best foreign language feature, which used to be the only thing reserved for films which were not in the English language. So this is not going to happen to Never Look Away. Although, as I said, it is quite special. Long, a little over 3 hours, 3 hours and 4 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. With an impressive hero, Kurt, Tom Schilling, remarkable young actor, and a splendid cast. A story that involves love, deals with the theme of violence, of fascism in Germany, the legacy left there behind. Art, there are many scenes dealing with art, and they are excellent in that they combine humor with a deep understanding, challenges. We can learn from this. There's a scene wherein the professor who has a story, there are stories within the story, who had been shot down and saved by Tatars, shot down while flying in a plane, in a Nazi plane, during World War II. And it took a lot of grease and patience to save him. So the professor in this auditorium amphitheater looks at has two posters, SPD and CDU, the major German parties, for a long time. This is a period right after the Second World War. We're talking 1945, 47, 56. And he's setting them on fire. The hero tries to do experimental art. He paints in the style of Pollock, with paint dripping on the canvas. Then he draws circles. He's criticized at one point by a colleague. Why are you showing off? Because he has such a sure hand. He's so good, so talented, so skilled. He doesn't have to use help to draw, and, as the others do, and at least at one stage. And as I said, this colleague is saying, "Are you showing off?" He's asking and thinking that's the idea, but no, it's just that I can. So he's going through these various stages, and then he sees what he has to do. He sees what is prompted by this teacher who comes to see his work and says, "This is not you." And so he sets the previous work on fire, and then starts with something new, something different, which presents the horror of the past, his own personal tragedy, his aunt who was tortured and killed eventually by the Nazis. She has been in the hands of the villain of the story, who is in fact the father-in-law of Kurt Wauhier, a professor. He insists. He asks KGB, well, at that point, an army major of the Red Army, to call him professor, Herr Professor, and he's kicked. He has a lucky break, this professor who worked at the gynecological projects of the fascist regime. They wanted to sterilize those they felt are not don't have the genetic material that the Third Reich, the Hitler regime wanted to keep. So they killed people they thought sick. Perhaps this aunt didn't have something serious, and even if she had schizophrenia. Potolește-te, mă, pleacă de acolo. Puținit. Oh. Pleacă de acolo. They're taking advantage of my lack of attention. So this aunt is placed into the program. Schizophrenia can be cured, and even if not, only inhumane, monstrous regimes would think of such a scheme. So, as I said, the part with art was phenomenal. Beginning with the introduction, the take that the Nazis had on art, if it's not in the manner they liked, it was perverse, it was condemned, and ultimately illegal. The guide in this exhibition is mocking Klee and others, and saying that the child, Kurt, our hero, as he was perhaps 5 or 4 at the time, you can do something like this. And imagine this, he got, 3,000 Deutschmarks, at the time the salary of a worker for a year or so. Imagine that, and how is this possible, and so on. Then later on, it's true, there's a satire and some criticism for some of the art, which seems to be futile. Like they need a change for the change, for the sake of changing. So there's one who's just knocking nails into various surfaces. Another is just throwing arrows with a bow into a canvas, and that's the art, and so on. So there's all sorts of experiments, laudable, but some of them may be satirized, may be thought of as humorous. So it's a long, as I said, movie with lots and lots of wonderful aspects in it, and I thought, I think it very admirable.